Static Selector.
Yeah, we all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie.
Static Selector.
Yeah, we all reppin' for Boston, man. All everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie.
Static Selector.
Yeah, we reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history, homie.
Did you kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
Do you think Eddie's guilty or not guilty?
I think he's not guilty.
Ooh.
I do.
Mic check to the gods. Mic check to the gods. Good morning, people. Welcome to Massachusetts. On our left, we got the lovely we got Karen Reed in the sign of Massachusetts. Would you believe it? Would you believe it?
Did you kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
Welcome to Massachusetts. Welcome to Massachusetts, people. Welcome. On the Massachusetts sign that you see in front of you, you have the one and only Karen Reed. You have Kelsey Fitzsimmons. You have R.I.P. Francis Gigalotti. R.I.P. Marquis Simmons. R.I.P. Jacoby Kenny. And of course, you have
Did you kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
Eddie O'Brien. 30 years ago, Eddie O'Brien allegedly killed Janet Downing. He got found guilty. It was a cat named Marky. Mark Brew. Is that his name? Or is it Micah Brew? Is it Mark or Mike? Well, Barrows. They say you said it better. Did Eddie O'Brien kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Barrows. We can always count on you. Thank you. Jay Brillion. Good morning. Thank you, Natalie, and the other mods. There he is. Mako. Yeah, his name was Mako. Maki. I was calling him Maki. Whatever, Maki, Mako. Whatever your vice might be, because here we go. You're on a flight. We're flying, but I'm glad everybody made it to the gate and everybody's on board. But you know how it is. If you got some carry-on luggage, please put it up in the overhead bins. All right? And if you got a backpack, put it up in front of you. Make sure it's real tight because it could move in. Before you do that, did you stop at the gift shop? Make sure you take out your Cliff Bars, your Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, your Nips, your vapes, whatever your vice might be, and put your trays up because I'm going to take you up to 39,000 feet this morning. Would you believe it? Do you know that turbulence in the chat keeps the plane rocking? And do you know we got goals in different area codes? Good morning. Populate them. Let's get the conversation moving. Mako, what up, buddy? Mako Brew. Is that how you say your name? Mako, man. God damn, I was up till 2 a.m. this morning. I mean, I went to the gym after I worked out. I actually was doing squats, man, at 3:45 this morning. I don't know why, but I was doing them because if I don't do them, no one's going to do them for me. I did a little bit of bench. So I did about 5 sets of squats. I did like 5 sets of flat bench, and I did about 4 sets of pull-ups, and I got the F out of that gym. I was out. See you later. Back at the crib at 4:30, up at 6:30. Well, nah, scratch that. Up at 7:30. Probably fell asleep around 4:45. And how am I up? How am I surviving? I don't know. I sleep in increments. I'll sleep later. I'll sleep at 5 to 7 and I'll be back at 8. I don't know. This is what I do. But I got shit on my mind. I talked to Kev this morning. He's working. He's driving around in an electric cart at GE. That's what he does. He's flying around like a maniac. And he's like, yo, man, this guy Mako Brew. This shit's crazy. Then I put together this little video. Seasons change. I like the beat. I always loved this expose beat. And I flipped it and I made a little bass. And then I put a little sound bites in and I made a little image. Do you like it?
Did you kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
Do you think Eddie's guilty or not guilty?
I think he's not guilty.
Ooh.
I do.
Goddamn.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I
Mark, an exclamation point. Mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, an exclamation point with some question marks.
I know. Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets carried.
Because I
Clown!
because I was having Jen get the baby blankets.
Clown!
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets.
Clown!
Yeah, Trisha, your son is a murdering scumbag predator.
Clown! You are a clown! Clown! You are a clown!
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the
Clown! You are a clown! Clown!
I asked him, I said, Ed, why were you in the bushes last night? And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. And I said, I seen you in the bushes. He said, I wasn't in the bushes, so.
Clown! You are a clown! Clown!
I asked him, I said, Ed, why were you in the bushes last night? And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. And I said, I seen you in the bushes. And he said, I wasn't in the bushes, so I just left it at that.
You are a clown! Clown!
Or it was Eddie O'Brien. Moments later, he told the district attorney why.
After you spoke to your mother, what happened?
I told her that I was 100% sure that was her the whole time. The only reason I didn't say anything was because I couldn't.
Good morning, people. Marco, is that you? Marco. The year is 2025. I just took a trip back. I took Billie Eilish with me. I took Funkmaster Flex with me. You're a clown. You're full of shit. Would you believe it? We're back in 1997. The old Cambridge jail. I'm actually in jail at this time with Eddie O'Brien. Would you believe it? I'm there with him. He's rocking the white suit. I had a blue suit because I was in Billy. But anyway, that's another fucking story, all right? Marco, let's keep that between me and you. Do you still go to Assembly Square Mall, Marco? I used to like Assembly Square Mall, you know? The food court. I used to like that McDonald's way at the end. They had McDonald's there. Everybody hung out in that Mickey D's. You sat there, you caught the bus, but you walked. You walked all the way to Sullivan. That walk, man, it was a scary walk, wasn't it? They had the Gold's Gym over there back then in 95. I don't even think Good Times was there, right, Marco? Good Times wasn't even there yet. No, it wasn't even there yet, Marco. The Gold's Gym was there. Paperama. Do you remember Paperama? Do you remember Paperama? Hey, Big Ed. Do you remember Paperama? Big Ed. Come on, dog. Come on, Big Ed. Paperama, kid. Yeah, no, Paperama. What was it, an office place? I never went in Paperama in my life. I don't even know what it was. The movie theater, AMC. You're goddamn right. You had to walk by the movie theater. Good Times was there. It opened in 91. You sure about that? What the duck? Did it? Why don't I remember it opening in 91? Did it? I think you might be wrong. Maybe it did. Maybe my years are off. But I do know AMC was there. And I do know you used to go there in 93, Natalie. Holy shit, man. We got turbulence in the chat. We got Paperamas. We got Good Times. We got Assembly Square. Goddamn.
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Status
Turbulence in the
selected.
chat. Turbulence in the chat. Boston.
Nurse of interest. Thank you so much. That's one way to start this shit off. E-Pags coming through. Morning throwdown. Just what the doctor ordered. Becky, keeping it rocking. Bless those who have been around the Massachusetts. Afternoon flight goes. Becky G. Appreciate everybody. Buddy, Marco, I don't believe you.
I asked him, I said, Ed, why were you in the bushes last night?
No, you didn't do that, buddy. Why would you ask him? Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, buddy. You're a liar. You're a liar, man. And I got so much passion built up when I'm speaking on this, man. I'm trying to, I probably need some sleep. Probably, Marco. You're probably right. But you know what, pal? I drank a praline, man. I went to Starbucks, man. I had a praline, man. I did the sugar this morning, man. I did it, man. You know what? Because I can do that. You know, I said, fuck it. I'm doing the praline, man. Let me get that praline. You know? Seasonal, man. Put the Christmas carols on, Marco. What do you got? What do you got, brother? What do you got? It's 97. You got a tape? It's a tape, right? Don't worry. I got an Alpine right here, 6 crystal. Benzie box. Let me see that shit. What do you got on there? Do you got Rudolph on there? The red-nosed reindeer? How about Frosty? That's cool. I like the good ones though. I like beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I like them like, you know, the ones with Frank Sinatra and Gene Martin. I like them ones, man. They make me feel good. You got any of that? The Five and Dime, all them songs. I don't really remember them right now because I time traveled back to 1997 to watch you on trial. In 1995, I even went back to 95. I talked to Ed. I mean, I am in the fucking time machine watching you. Where are you? Are you out there, Marco? Marco, have you looked at your 17-year-old self, whatever how old you were at this time, 17, I believe, 18, 19, who knows? You were young, right, Marco? Yeah, you were 17. You were born in 80, right? So you were like 17 at this time. You were a young buck. Cambridge Superior. Oh, yeah. Right down the street from the Galleria. Did you walk through Sears? Did you go to Leechman? Did you catch a train, go to Leechman, got off at North Station, jumped on the Orange Line and went back to Somerville? Did you take a cab, a green cab? As long as it wasn't number 42, you were all right. You were going to make it there. Service merchandise was right over there, too. Paul knows about service merchandise. Paulie. Service merchandise. Well, they got merchandise and they serve, allegedly. Allegedly, there's older cats over there that will serve the young buck. Goddamn, Paul. And Janet didn't like that, did she? Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. What is he talking about? Well, I got 30 pots, man. 30 pots on my page, 1 through 30. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, then that's your bad. Go watch some of the shit we've been putting down. The content, the documentation, the storyline. It's pretty intriguing, pretty compelling. But I am in the time machine, boy. I mean, what am I driving right now? What am I driving? Yeah, maybe a Monte SS, Monte Carlo SS with some T-tops, or maybe with the bubble back, the Aero one. Remember the Aero Monte SS that had that weird window on the back? Maybe I got one of those. Maybe, maybe not. Point is, Marco, I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you in 97. I definitely don't believe you in 2025. And I definitely don't believe you on July 23rd of 1995. You knocked on the door and you seen Ed. Right. You seen him jump out the bushes. You seen him going down the street. He turned around. He looked crazy. You looked right at him. You left. You showed back up at Ryan's house at 10 p.m. when it was lights, camera, action. I don't know where you went from 9:30 to 10. Did you go down the street? Did you go get a bite to eat? I don't know. Where'd you go? I don't know. It was hot outside. Did you jump the fence over there on Broadway and jump in the MDC pool? Did you guys go swimming? Did you guys pool hop? I don't know. What did you do? Did you go smoke weed? Did you meet Adi down the street? Was Adi around, Marco? Did you see a cab, Marco? Because you said you seen Eddie. Did you see the fucking cab? Marco? It was right there in front of your face. It was parked the wrong way. Did you see the cab? You know the cab, the green cab. When the green cab's around, that means the green is around, right? Right, Adi? Are you awake? Are y'all caught up, Adi? Where's Kevy Kev? Oxymoron. What a dirty, disrespectful mouth Adi Todd has. I'm sorry, Miss O'Brien. Yeah, I'm sorry, Trisha. But Trisha's tough. And we're not doing that. Be clear, Big Ed or Trisha, if you're watching. We're not doing that to disrespect you guys. We're doing that to show why they gotta be angry. Why they gotta be angry? Why are they so mad? What do they care at this point? Like seriously. Like I get it. Like if Eddie did do this to Janet, they should be upset. I mean, of course. But why go that route? You know, why be so like, I don't know, so touchy? Why? You know, when you don't have to. You got the truth on when you got the truth on your side, you don't have to be standoffish. Right? That's what I believe. Especially when 30 years has passed. I mean, this ain't not anything new. And she wasn't even born at the time. But God forbid if there's affairs, right? You get older, especially at that age, Ashley. I don't blame you for defending your parents, no question about it. But what it probably is you're probably taking a look around at your dad, taking a look around at your mom's, looking around at your family, and you're starting to realize, like, oh shit, there's some family secrets. And when you ask them questions, they shut it down, right? Because they're from that space and time, right? And it sucks. It sucks. That's generational shit. Them family secrets. I mean, my mother, grandmother, father, they could do no wrong. I mean, goddamn. Every time I asked them about their lives, we were good. Great. Everything was fine. Right? Very private. I mean, shit. I remember growing up, man, you could have an ID in your back pocket. If a cop rolled up to you, you could have an ID in your back pocket. If the police rolled up to you, you still gave them a fake name. What's your name? Mike. You never give your name. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it was. Like it was just private. Now it's like, look at my Facebook, look at my Twitter. Look at me. You could find me anywhere. It's just different times. And you're from that time. You're 30 years old. You're from a different time where people don't hide. People are more transparent. People know about feelings. You know about the spectrum. You know about you know, about bipolar, you know, about all different mental issues and things like that. And you take a look around at your family and you realize, like, holy shit, I'm in the fucking asylum. A cuckoo, a cuckoo. God damn. You're in, like, what's going on? And God forbid if your dad had anything to do with the death of Janet Downing. I mean, your dad was there, though. You know that, right, Ashley? He was there. He drove a cab. He sold weed. He was hustling. No big deal. Who gives a fuck? I don't care if he was selling weed. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't give two shits if he was selling weed. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I don't feel bad for shit like that. I don't care if he stole a car. I don't care if he put polos in the bag. I don't care. Stole radios. It's fucked up in hindsight. But I'm in 1995 right now, 97. I don't care. You smashing windows, stealing radios. I don't give a fuck. Get me one. I'm in the time machine. I'm not in 2025. I'm on the corner in 95. You got a bazooka too? Let me get one. And on the back? Let me get one. I'm sorry. You got the Aladdin movie? You got Home Alone? You got Part 2? You got two of them? How much? 20 for both? All right, here you go. My bad. Shouldn't do that. That's receiving stolen property, J.F.K. Oh well. I don't give a fuck. I'm in 1995. I don't care. But I do care if someone stabs someone 98 times. I do care if someone rapes somebody. I do care if someone's beating the shit out of people. I do care about bullying. I care about people breaking into houses. I don't like scumbag shit. I know it's crazy. I know I grew up like breaking into a car to me wasn't like a big deal, right? Because in hindsight, obviously it is a big deal. But back then it was like it was an everyday thing, right? But like when you broke into someone's house, that was different, you know, back then. It was like violation. You don't go in anybody's house. It's fucked up, I know. Joyriding cars back then, that's basically all it was. It was like people just stole cars to joyride them. It was like part of the rush. It was like part of the neighborhood. Got a hot box, got the windows down, we're listening to music. It's fucked up. It is. It's messed up. 1000% it's messed up. But that's what it was. Joyriding. Every city, Lawrence, Lynn, Somerville. Somerville, real big. Charlestown. But it was like, when you really think about it, like when you look at the level of crime, I hate to say it like this, I'm not justifying crime, but when you look at the level of crime, like joyriding and stealing a car was like, it was a low level, man. It was like, it wasn't hurting anybody. It was hurting somebody when the police started chasing them, chasing the stolen car, and you're running through the city flying around in a high speed chase, you could kill somebody. That's where it gets ugly, right? But as far as like, joyriding and driving around the city, going to the movies, going to the mall and things. And that's basically what kids were doing. Don't get me wrong, there's exceptions to that rule. There's idiots. But back then, criminals used to do a thing called not trying to get caught. Did you know that? Back then, when you was a criminal, you did crime and you didn't want to get caught. Nowadays, criminals want to get caught. They talk about it. They go on podcasts. They rap about it in songs. They tell their friends. They go on group chats. They screenshot. They want to get caught. They wiretap people. I mean, they're fucking stupid. They want to get caught. Back then, criminals didn't want to get caught. So everything they did strategically. They stopped at the stop signs. They took their hats off in the cars. They're not driving around four dudes with hats on. They took their hats off. Whatever it might be. If they're boosting at the mall. I'm talking about low crime type shit, neighborhood shit. But Adi was selling weed. No big deal. He was selling bud, making money, driving his cab. He probably was ratting dudes out though when he was sitting in the Star Market parking lot. He sees somebody stealing the Star Market because back then dudes would steal steak and shit like that. Adi, were you ratting people out when they were coming out of Star Market with some steak, some chicken? Were you ratting them out, telling the cops he just stole chicken for the cookout? I mean, come on, damn Adi, man. He just stole a bunch of steaks, man. We're about to eat lovely, bro, and you're ratting them out in the cab. 42 to dispatch. Go ahead, 42. Yeah, this is Adi, the one-man party. I just seen fucking 2 dudes stealing out of Star Market. Can you call the police and tell them that they're walking down Broadway? They got steak and ribeye in their pants. Was that you, Adi? Was that you, Adi, ratting dudes out, man? Were you like a cop at number 42? See, Marco, as long as you took the train to court and not number 42, you were all right. Because number 42 taxi, the guy who drove that taxi, I mean, he's a liar in 2025. What was he like in 1995? And did you see the cab when you came out the house? Because you claim you seen Eddie, but you showed up at 10 o'clock. You found out that Janet was hurt bad, real bad. You know she got stabbed, but you probably didn't know how many times she got stabbed because at that point, nobody knew how many times she got stabbed. And at that point, did you even know she passed away? Right? But you know she's hurt bad. So you left there, wanted to clear your head. You go down to Midnight Variety. You get down to Midnight Variety. Well, before that, 30, if you seen him getting out the bushes, you walked across the street and made a phone call. Love the O'Briens, a strong, united family. Got to walk the dog. Well, you go ahead and walk the dog, Jamie. What type of dog do you got? You got a Boston Terrier? A Frenchie? A Shih Tzu? Jack Russell? What type of puppy do you got? Don't let Kevin know. Kev. He's going to want to pet your puppy. God damn, Kev. Let me ask, what the duck? Peace to the mods. Peace to the mods, for sure. Natalie, what the duck's in here? What the duck? So, 9:30, they get to the house. They knock on the door, right? The 71 Boston. And then they go across the street after they allegedly see Eddie running away. They go over to Big Ed's house and make a phone call, right? But they never tell Big Ed that they seen Little Ed running out the bushes, right? Am I correct about that? What the duck? Correct. Correct. Marco.
I asked him, I said, Ed, why were you in the bushes last night? And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. And I said, I seen you in the bushes. He said, I wasn't in the bushes, so I just left it at that.
Marco, you know how this comes back at you, Marco? You said in your own testimony you did not want to believe that Eddie did this. That's why you lied the first 2 times. The first 2 times you said, I don't know who it was. I couldn't make out who it was because you didn't want to believe Eddie did this. So you had faith in your boy. You were loyal to Eddie, right? That was your friend. I get it. Okay. Let's stay there, Marco. Are we still there? You were loyal to him, Marco. You watching? Marco, is that you? Marco, what did you eat this morning? Did you eat breakfast yet? You gotta have some brunch. Well, the scrambled eggs are good. A couple pieces of cheese in there. You know what I mean? Some scrambled eggs. Some steak. The eggs are good. It's Good, right? Eating like that. Eating good. Janet can't eat like that no more. Janet's gone. R.I.P. Janet Downing. 30 Christmases gone. 30 years she's been gone off this planet. Killed brutally. But you didn't believe that Eddie did that shit, right? You said you didn't want to believe that Eddie did it, but at the time, at that particular time, 9:30, you knock on the door, you see him running out the house. You go across the street because this is 1995, and you ask Big Ed. You're looking right at Dad. You're looking at Dad. There's Dad. Can I use the phone? And you use the phone, and you call Janet's house, but you don't tell Big Ed that you just seen Little Ed coming flying out the bushes, acting crazy, eyes popped out of his head, being weird. You don't tell Big Ed that. Okay. For whatever reason, you don't tell Big Ed that. All right. Loyalty to Little Ed, you don't want to tell his dad on him. But I mean, what he ran out the fucking bushes, man. He's looking crazy, right? Smirk on his face. Is that some shit that Little Ed did all the time? Did he always jump out of bushes like that? Or is it that you didn't see Little Ed? That's why you didn't tell Big Ed you seen Little Ed because you never seen Little Ed, right? Is that what really happened? Okay, whatever. Maybe you just didn't tell Big Ed. You, this guy right here. Seems to me you like to talk. Right?
I asked him, I said, Ed, why were you in the bushes last night? And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. And I said, I seen you in the bushes.
You seen him in the bushes. You seen him in the bushes. You didn't think that was weird? You didn't think to tell Big Ed that? Like, hey, I seen Little Ed in the bushes across the street. Okay, cool, you did. Okay, we get all that. All right. But now 10 o'clock rolls around. You show up. You find out that Janet's hurt bad, real bad, stabbed. You seen Ed in the bushes. Did you tell Ryan? Hey, I seen Ed in the bushes. Did you tell anybody around you? Then why'd you leave? There's police all around. You still don't tell anybody because you don't know what happened, right? At that point, Ed could be hurt. At that point, Ed could have seen something. At that point, what's going on? You still don't say nothing, Marco. You're still not that concerned, even though you know Janet is stabbed and she's hurt bad. You're still not thinking it was Ed. You seen him flying out the bushes, right? I mean, the way you described it in court, this is the way you described it. This is how you described it.
After you spoke to your mother.
With the whole story.
He asked me, did he tell you? And he committed the crime.
To the defense in the first two interviews with police, O'Brien seemed to.
His eyes were wide open. Shoulder at me and smiled.
From the area of the crime scene.
Could you see his face at that point?
Yes, he looked over his right shoulder at me.
He looked over at the right shoulder at you.
And smiled.
And he smiled.
And could you describe what you saw?
Him smiling, his eyes were
him smiling. Okay, Marco.
wide open.
His eyes wide open.
O'Brien seemed amused when Abreu recreated his body language, showing how he had appeared when he walked not far from Janet Downing's house not long.
That's the way he was walking, huh? I mean, damn, you seen all that, and you went across the street to use the phone, and you seen him in the bushes, and you seen him walking down the street like that, and you don't tell Big Ed. Like, hey, man, I just seen Little Ed, man. He's acting fucking wild, man. People were taking drugs, right, back then? Did you see the cab out there? What if he smoked some bad weed? What if he did acid? I'm just saying. What were you doing out that late? What do you do out in Somerville as young kids? Were you doing drugs, Marco, back then? It's summertime of 1995. I mean, come on, let's live in fucking reality here. Could there have been something wrong? You care about your friend, right? Because you said that you didn't want to think that he could do this crime. That's what you said. You didn't want to think that. So why wouldn't you think that he was in trouble? Like, even before you knew Janet was stabbed in that house, when you seen him in the bushes acting crazy, why wouldn't you say anything to his dad? Okay, there's loyalty. You didn't say anything. Is that going to be your answer? All right, but it gets better than that, doesn't it, though? Because now at 10 o'clock, you're there. You find out what happened, right? You guys seen Ed. Are you wondering where Ed's at? Ed's not there. Ed's dad's in there. Where's little Ed? So then you go down to Midnight Convenient and you walk in, and who do you see? Who do you see, Marco? You seen the guy with the eyes bugged out. The guy who looked over his right shoulder and stared at you. The one that was looking like the Incredible Hulk walking down the street. Oh, and on top of that, you know that Janet got stabbed. And on top of that, he's cut and he's stabbed. Oh, but on top of that, you asked him, did you know what happened to Janet? Did you hear what happened to Janet? When you ask him, did they cut you like they cut Janet? At that point, you're still friends. There was no need to think he did it. You were still friends. Nobody knew what happened, not even the police. You know that, right, Marco? Not even the police. Oh, but by the way, you know what happens after that? Marco, you don't ask him why he jumped out the bushes. You don't ask him why he's cut. Did they cut you? What happened? You got jumped? Did they follow you down here? Because you just seen them. You went to the after to tell them what you seen. But the police were there that night, right in front of you. You had a chance to talk to the police right then and there and ask the questions. But you didn't. You know why, Marco? You know why. Because you didn't see him.
I asked him, I said, Ed, why were you in the bushes last night? And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. I said, I seen you in the bushes. And he said, I wasn't in the bushes, so I just left it at that.
When you asked him with his dad in the backyard, you already went to the cops. You already went to the police. When you went to the backyard a day later or 2 days later, whenever it was, I think it was a day later. When did he have the meeting with his dad? When did Marco help me out here? I want to be perfect with this. What the duck? When did he have the meeting with Big Ed in the backyard? That was what, a day later or 2 days later? Mic check to the gods. How we doing out there, chat? Good morning, Bobby. Next day, I believe. Thanks, Speaks. Thanks, girl. The next day. But he already went to the cops. Thanks, guys. Girls. But he already went to the cops. You had the chance to ask that same question the night of right in front of the cops, but you didn't. But then you go to the cops and you say you see someone coming out the house. And at that point, the cops say, well, you sure it wasn't Ed? He had a cut on his hand. You know your friend Ed probably did this crime. It was nobody else, Marco. This is the police talking to you. Why don't you go over to Ed's house and ask him if that was him in the bushes, if that was him that you seen running out the yard? Why don't you ask him? And you did ask him, right? After you talked to the cops. And the cops are going to say he's going to deny it. And the cops are going to say that he's lying. And the cops are going to say that he's the only one. He's full of shit. It was him. He got a cut in his hand. That's no coincidence. They're already framing the case. They didn't even charge him yet, but they're talking to you. And they want you to do their work because that's what these fucking scumbags do. They don't do police work. They send little fucks like you out to go do the police work for them. Go over there and ask them what happened. So you go over there like an informant, right? Was that what you were? A little rat? Did you have cheese? What type of cheese do you like? Cheddar. Do you like it sharp? Do you like it cut? Do you like cheese and crackers? How do you like your cheese? Do you like melted cheese? Do you like nacho cheese? Do you like chips? What type of chips do you like? I like the what what are them Doritos there? They're not, what are they called? July, something like the July chips. They're in the supermarkets. They're more organic. They don't have the dyes in it. There, Marco. I forget what they're called. They're pretty good though. They got the nacho. What are they called? I know someone knows what they're called. You having trouble with the audio? I sound bad? Am I bad? July chips, yeah, salty. Late July. There we go. You good. Thank you. There she goes, Miss 808. God damn, Miss 0808. God damn, girl, late July. Yeah, man. You know that you could get them, right? You can get some, you could put some cheese on that, you know what I mean? Since you want to be a little snitch and go ask questions. So you go to the house. You already talked to the cops. The cops are like, listen, man, whoever walked out of that house at that time killed Janet. And you can't fucking believe it. Your mind is blown. There's no way it could be Eddie. But who else could it be? Did you see a cab? Did you see a cab? You know the cab, the green cab, the one you got your green weed from, the ounce. How much you get an ounce for? 150. But you were young. You wasn't paying 150. You got the dime bags, right? He did 3 for 10. He did 3 joints for 10 because that's what Gina's daughter told us. Danny, 3 for 10. Did you see 3 for 10? Dime bag Sally, like Kevy Kev calls him. Did you see him? Did you see the cab? Because if you did, but now he's telling you go talk to Big Ed. And maybe Big Ed made a mistake. Big Ed, maybe you made a fucking mistake, Big Ed. Because Marco didn't like your attitude, did he? Because he goes and asks Little Ed, I seen you in the bushes. And you know what Little Ed said?
Why were you in the bushes last night? And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. And I said, I seen you in the bushes. And he said, I wasn't in the bushes, so.
Diabolical Ed O'Brien. Little Ed. Diabolical. I mean, this dude's that fucking good. He wasn't in the bushes. Once again, he's lying right on time. So let me get this straight. So when you was down at Midnight Convenient, he looked right at you knowing that you seen him. You looked right at him knowing that you seen him. And he's so fucking diabolical with the police showing up after he stabbed someone 98 times, got rid of the murder weapon, got rid of all the soiled clothes, and the police are showing up, and the person who can rat him out, he's going to no-sell it, mind over matter, look right in your face and say, don't say a fucking word, and you don't say a word because he's so diabolical. You look right at Ed and you just don't say nothing. That's how good he is. He just can erase your thoughts, and that's what he did. All in this window of opportunity. He left the house at 9:10. This is what time? What time they're at Midnight Variety? 10:30 in an hour. He did this all in an hour, this 15-year-old kid. Listen, can a 15-year-old kid stab someone 98 times? Absolutely. But can a 15-year-old kid, man, do the perfect crime? I don't think so. Especially when the witness is right there. And then if he's saying that he got jumped and it was all a lie, and he knows that you could rat him out and tell on him, you're right in front of him right now. Now he got you right where he wants you, right? So if anything, he would lie to you and say, yeah, man, I was running and I got cut and this happened and da 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 da. And man, you should have seen what the fuck happened. And if he came running out them bushes and you were standing right there like you say he was, he could have just turned around and still lied and came running up to you. Run! There's somebody in there. Go, run! Right? But he didn't do that. So you got to ask yourself the question, why didn't he do that? You know why? because he didn't see you. And you didn't see him. Think about it. The perfect crime. He's that diabolical, but he's going to sit there. So wait a minute. He's that slick. He got rid of the murder weapon. He got rid of the soiled clothes because you said he was in a different shirt when you seen him. He was in a blue shirt. So he got rid of the blue shirt and the murder weapon. 71 Boston Street to Midnight Convenient, and they never found it. To this day, they never found it. And when he's down there, he turned around at his left shoulder, looked right at you. He seen you, you seen him, and now you're at Midnight Convenient right in his face. And you don't say to him, I just seen you. He doesn't say to you, I just seen you. And then, but the very next day you go to the police and say you think you seen somebody. They put it in your head that it's him. Then you go see Ed. And let me get back to Ed, Big Ed. Ed, this is where you might have made a mistake. You go see him. You ask him the question, I seen you in the bushes. Little Ed says, tripping. You don't know what you're talking about. You got the wrong guy. I wasn't in the bushes. I'm like a cat. I got out of there slick. I jumped off the wall, but I wasn't in the bushes. What do you fucking mean? I wasn't hiding in the bushes. What are you talking about? I didn't see you. What do you mean? Fuck you talking about? You're tripping, bro. Shut up. Big Ed says, all right, he answered your question, little man. And then he says, did you tell anybody this shit? Are you like, did you tell it? Yeah, I went to the cops. Big Ed probably gave you a look like you little fucking piece of shit. And then boom, he says, don't come around here no more. Did you go back to your mother and tell your mother that? Yeah, I went over there to talk to Eddie and they treated me bad. They told me never to come back, Ma. Did Ma get mad? Tell you to go talk to the lieutenant, the captain, Riley? I don't know. That what happened? That weirdo shit, Marco? Because it doesn't make sense. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where that makes sense. Tell me where this makes sense. And the question is, right, Big Ed, did George ever ask him that on the stand? Because if I'm asking this, I'm pretty sure George, I mean, we know he's a slickster piece of shit, and he turned out to be an asshole. He took you guys for a lot of money. But let's face it, though, George is not an idiot. He's not a dumb dude. He's not dumb. That's glaring, isn't it? That was like a glaring thing. Like, you seen him at Midnight Convenience, but you never asked him why he was in the bushes, and you had the chance to tell the cops right there. And Eddie and him never talked about it. But he did mention Janet. He said, "Did you hear about Janet?" And Eddie said, "Yeah, I heard about it." Allegedly said, "I heard about it." But if he was in the house, he did hear about it because he's seen it, right? But right then and there, if Ed was diabolical and was trying to cover his tracks because he's lying about being jumped, couldn't he continue to cover his tracks and throw him involved, Marco? And say, yeah, Marco, I got jumped. They followed me. The two guys here, they were one from the house. That's why I ran. I couldn't say nothing to you. Why not get ahead of it? But instead, he doesn't say anything. He plays a game. Like, if you don't say nothing, I won't say anything. So he wants to get caught. So he wants to get caught, but yet they never found the murder weapon or the shirt. But he wants to get caught. That would get him caught. I mean, he's diabolical. I mean, Ed is a fucking mastermind. But yet he doesn't get ahead of you, an eyewitness. Make it make sense. Where is George? Wasn't he supposed to be on the show? I have Eddie's letter allowing him to talk about the case. Oh, really? That's awesome. I need that. I need that. Send that to screenshot that and send that to Brilliant. Yeah, let's get him on the show. I mean, once we got that letter, we're good. Bob Clerk, you want to know George? George is the lawyer. His name is Bobby George, Robert George. He's a lawyer. He was Eddie's lawyer. He was a big shot lawyer back then. He turned out to be a big asshole, put it that way. Hey guys, it's been a minute since I've been in here. Missed you. Been working too. Where you working at? What you doing? Hope you're good. Thank you for coming back. He will never come on. You never know. We got Jay Brillion. Jay Brillion, he's got a way with words. So many lies, so many people have lost count. And speaking of that, coming to the stage, my man, 50 grand. Good morning, brother. Well, good afternoon now. What's up, brother?
Hello? I can't hear nothing. Hold on.
That's all right. He will never come on. God damn, Big Eddie O'Brien. Thing speaks at JFK show up. George was supposed to go on the Young Jerk, but canceled when Mike said he had questions about Eddie. Yeah, I know. I talked to Mikey about that. He might come on. We got a letter. What's going on? Can you hear me? Mike, check to the gods.
Yeah, hey, I'm in my tow truck. I had to jump on to answer this question.
What's up, brother?
So we got the letter from Ed to release Robert George, so he can talk to us. And then when I talked to him about it, he said he don't want to do it. Dude, I even threatened him with fucking a verbal contract, everything. Because I have it all in writing. So, and he still didn't try to hear me. He said he ain't coming on.
Where's he at? Like, where's his office at?
I can send it. I can find out. I have it. I just screenshotted it, but I don't have it right now on me.
Maybe
It's in Mass.
Maybe we just got to go to his office and put a
Yeah.
camera on him and ask him some questions because we're just journalists. We'll bring journalist Jackson. He's just asking questions.
I could do that. I was also planning on going to Parlor Sports in Somerville maybe this weekend.
Where?
Parlor Sports. See my little friend Garvey who wants to hang up on my face.
Oh, God. Yeah, Garvey.
Can't hang up on me if I'm in your face.
No, I definitely can't. Yeah. I mean, hey. I mean, it doesn't make sense, man. A brew, man, he's been on my mind the whole time. I just can't believe they went down there and he didn't say a word about that. And that was a glaring hole in that. So I asked Eddie O'Brien again, Big Ed, is that something he asked Marco that he didn't say anything? He didn't say anything to him at Midnight Convenient? Like, did he ask that question?
He's in the
Big
chat
Ed?
right now.
Yeah, Big Ed is, yeah. Is Little Ed in the chat too? Is anybody recording this for Little Ed? Or, I mean, like, broadcasting it for him? I mean, was that an area questioning? Isn't that a glaring hole? But see, that's the thing. Like when you had DNA that doesn't match you, like it's kind of like maybe they just like left them holes there because they just thought that was just the biggest one. You know what I mean? Like, ah, man, it's not your DNA. You're good.
You would think.
No, exactly. But it's the same thing with like, Karen Reed. Like they started with the Higgins, the third party culprit, and then they went to expert versus expert,
Right.
I know he's afraid to talk about the money, his lack of strategy, not hiring experts, and why he went to jail for 4 years, etc.
Well, the thing with him is, remember what they said that they paid $170,000 up front.
Yeah.
And then he wanted more money for the experts. Like, that's what we paid you for. You should have been used that money. What did you use that money on if you need more money?
Right.
Like, and that's probably why he got arrested for embezzlement, because he was scamming people that he was working for.
Indeed. Truth needs to be told. Eddie needs a fair trial. God damn. For sure. Page 192 of Marco book covers Marco's cross-examined by George. And does she say that? Think speaks? Do I got to go open the book?
Hey, I'm gonna jump off. I just jumped on to answer those questions. I don't want to keep your show up, so.
All right, brother.
We'll talk soon. I'm gonna be in the chat though.
All right, bro.
All right.
Peace. Jay Brilliard, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Brilliard. Yes, 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 yes.
I just left it at that.
Marco Abreu, Eddie O'Brien's old friend, today the star witness, recounting how he saw the hawkish teen walking away from the area of the crime scene.
Could you see his face at that point?
Yes, he looked over his right shoulder at me and smiled.
And could you describe what you saw?
Him smiling, his eyes were wide open.
O'Brien seemed amused when Abreu recreated his body language, showing how he had appeared when he walked not far from Janet Downing's house not long after the murder.
Now, did you make arrangements at that time to give a second interview?
Abreu conceded to the defense in the first two interviews with police. He said he couldn't be sure it was Eddie O'Brien. Moments later, he told the district attorney why.
After you spoke to your mother, what happened?
I told her that I was 100% sure that was Ed the whole time. The only reason I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to believe that he committed the crime.
What happened next?
She called Lieutenant Femino and Trooper Duggan, and they came to my house.
Abreu conceded it was after an...
Sounds like a cop told you that, bro.
I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to believe that he committed the crime.
That's what you really believe, Marco? You really didn't want to believe he committed the crime? Did someone tell you to say that? You put them words together? Marco?
Abreu conceded to the defense in the first two interviews with police. He said he couldn't be sure it was Eddie O'Brien. Moments later, he told the district attorney why.
After you spoke to your mother, what happened?
I told her that I was 100% sure that was Ed the whole time. The only reason I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to believe that he committed the crime.
Okay, so regardless, you know she was stabbed. You know a crime happened when you were there at 10 o'clock. She was dead, or you knew the extent of it. You knew she was stabbed. And anytime someone gets stabbed, that's an issue, right? That's a big fucking issue, right? So you go down to Midnight Convenient, and there he is. Excuse me, guys, sorry. And there he is, right? There he is. There's all the questions you got. He's right there. He's right there, bro. Look who it is, bro. It's fucking Ed. Yo, Eddie, man, why'd you look like that, dude? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Did you take something? You got stabbed? What happened in your hand? Did they stab you too? Who was in the house? Was it Big Paul? Who was it? Was it Carrie Ann? Was it Erin? Who was it? Who stabbed Janet? You didn't want to believe it was Eddie. Why? Because you know Ed. Ed's a good kid. Ed don't stab people. But you go and tell the cops, I seen a guy. It looked like Eddie. Keep in mind too, ladies and gentlemen, he goes down to Midnight Convenience and he's there and he sees Eddie cut. You don't think they're asking him questions about that? Holy shit. Would you believe it? Let's talk about this. Holy shit. It gets better with you, buddy. It gets so much better with you. Oh, wow.
What happened next?
She called.
Buddy, let's get this straight. They go down to Midnight Convenient. When you got there, right? When you got there, the cops went, you seen Eddie with the EMTs, right? You're talking to Eddie, you know Eddie, you're two young kids. The cops didn't question you? Did they take your name? Did the cops take your fucking name?
Five, four, three, two, one, zero. This one's explosive.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
5, 2, 1.
You wrong.
Did the cops take your name? Where you guys coming from? Did you guys see anything? Eddie's your friend? Did the cops want to talk to you? You said you went to the cops. You sure the cops didn't come to you? You sure the cops didn't come to you? Because how do they know you weren't involved in Janet Downing's death? You was at fucking Midnight Variety with him. I don't think you went to the cops. I think the cops came to you. And then your dumbass probably said you knocked on the door and seen someone in the bushes. And they started scaring you. You sure you wasn't in that house? Tell us the fucking truth, Marco. Why were you down there with Ed? He had a cut on his hand. How do you think he got that cut? Huh, Marco? Is that what happened, Marco? You dumb fucking idiots. We were there. We knocked on the door. What time were you there? We were there at 9:30. We knocked on the door. We seen someone in the bushes. Well, why were you down here with Ed? Did you come here with it? We wasn't with Ed. We just well, he got a cut on his hand. We see someone. Yeah. Well, he's the guy with the cut. He's the one that killed Janet. You fucking. You seen him in the bushes, didn't you? Yeah, I think it was Ed. It looked like Ed. It could have been Ed. If I find out you're fucking lying for Ed, if I find out you was in that house and you had anything, you're going to go to jail. She's dead. She died, Marco. She's dead. Tell us about Eddie. He had a cut on his hand. Does he fight a lot? Does he like knives? Don't cover for your boy. Don't cover for him. Did they turn around and tell you if you seen him running out the bushes, you think it might have been him? Where was Ed? It was him. It had to be him. He's got the cut. The guy with the cut killed her. You know that, right, Marco? You're covering for him. We seen you at Midnight Convenient with him right after this. If you don't tell us and say that you seen him, we're going to charge you with this shit too. We think you had something to do with it. Did you like Janet, Marco?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
Hi, Marco. Rocky!
Trooper Duggan, and they came to my house.
Abreu conceded it was after an angry conversation with Eddie O'Brien.
And they came to my house.
What happened next?
She called Lieutenant Femino and Trooper Duggan, and they came to my house.
She called him? Is that before you talked to him? Is that before they asked you a million fucking questions? They ran up on you and they said that you're going to go down for this? Did you talk to him before? Did they stop by? She called them. She called them back when you got your story straight, right? Look at you. Look at how fucking nervous you are, Marco. She called them after she realized.
She called. I didn't want to believe that. I told her that I was 100% sure that was Ed the whole time. The only reason I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to believe that he committed the crime.
Okay, lick your lips some more, Marco. You know, in 1997, they had chapstick too. You know that, right? Oh, goddamn.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey, Kevin from South Boston. We're not taking phone calls right now, all right, buddy? Go call somebody else. All right? Call another channel. The fuck off my line, you piece of shit. Hey, Barrows. Is that really Kevin from South Boston?
Absolutely not.
Oh, thank you, Barrows. Is Higgins solid? Is he a solid guy from Cambridge? Do people like him out in Cambridge?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Barrows. Appreciate it. Can always count on you, Officer Barrows.
Question mark, an exclamation point.
What?
Question mark, question mark, question mark,
Higgins, shut up.
mark, an exclamation point with some question marks, question mark with a couple of exclamation points, and then some type of emoji.
Okay, we get it, Higgins. So let me get this straight. The cops run up on you. That at the scene that day, they 100% question you because keep in mind, they drove dude home. They had to question these two kids. You're talking to Eddie. You probably started talking to the cops saying that you were there at the house. And now you're talking to Eddie. He's got a knife wound and you're at Midnight Convenient. So they don't know if that was a meetup spot after. They don't know, like, hey, after we kill Janet, we're going to come to Midnight Convenient. So you guys are suspects at that point. You had to be. Nobody knows what happened. And the cops didn't do a bad job. They had to question your little punk ass. The problem is when they started talking to you, you said that you seen someone in the bushes and you thought it might have been Eddie. And they said, no. You sure it wasn't Eddie? It had to be Eddie. It was nobody else in that house. It was fucking Eddie. And this is before Eddie even told them they were in the house. The cops are not stupid. The cops see the knife with the cut. They see him. Automatically, they're thinking to themselves, this is Eddie did this shit. They're throwing shit to the wall and see what sticks. Or if Eddie did it, he was in the house. You guys know what happened. You've seen what happened. You know something. It's not a coincidence at that point. They're asking you questions. And allegedly your mother called them. You sure they didn't roll up to you? Who rolled up to your house?
What happened next?
She called Lieutenant Femino and
Lieutenant? An LT.
Trooper Duggan, and
Trooper Duggan. Ooh, was he the mean one?
he came to my house.
They came to your house.
Abreu conceded it was after an angry conversation with Eddie O'Brien's father that he went to his mother with the whole story.
Yeah.
After you talked to them, did they tell you to go to Eddie and ask him questions and see what he says? To do their investigation? Were they around the corner after you left? Were they watching you? Did you jump in their police car after and get a drive back home? Were you the little rat? Were you in the back seat of their cruiser? Did you take a ride? Did they give you a badge that day? Did they get you a steak and cheese? Do you like steak and cheese?
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
You're rocking with the best.
They let him really sounding like that, Becky. Papagino steak and cheese is surprisingly good. Miss 808. Miss 808, you got to calm all the way the fuck down, girl. You got to calm down. Hey, James, what are you going to say to Miss 808?
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
Oh, God damn. You were a suspect. They put the heat on you. They don't know what happened. As far as they're concerned, you seen someone in the bushes and you didn't report it. You tell them at 9:30, you knock on the door, you see someone jump out. Then you went to Ed's house. You tell them right after, I went to Big Ed's phone and I called. And they probably said to you, well, why didn't you call the police? Or why didn't you didn't think it was suspicious someone ran out the back? You sure you ain't covering for Ed? Who did you see run out the back? You sure it wasn't Ed? It could have been Ed. It might have been Ed. He's got the cut on his hand. It has to be Ed. Quick question, Marco. If Ed never had the cut on his hand, if he never had the cut on his hand, would this be the story? Ed's diabolical. He's been lying for 30 years. Ed wants to do a documentary. Ed's been on all types of news platforms back in the day. Young 15-year-old kid, 17 at the time, on the news talking about, yeah, Janet's mother, she was good to me. You know, I like Janet's mother. You know, I gave her the respect. I gave her the respect. You know what I mean? She's my best friend's mother. He didn't say she was my best friend's mother. He said she's my best friend's mother. You know? She gives me respect. I give her respect. No. I was looking for teenage girls. You know, she's like 40 years old. No. No. Fucking Eddie O. He's a funny side. He's that diabolical. Could hold a straight face. He's that sick that he could do. He got rid of the murder weapon in the middle of the struggle. You guys knocked on the door. That startled him, right? Allegedly. That's the story, right? He got startled, but before he did, he got rid of all the blood. Not one shoe print. A size 14, not one. He beat her. If he did this, he beat her up and down the house. And he did that all in 15 minutes. No, a beating like that would take a half hour, which means if someone was in there around 8:30, not at 9:10. All right, let's be clear. 9:10, he left the porch. 8:45, let's just say Big Ed's wrong. and Trisha's wrong. Okay. And we don't take their word because whatever, they're the parents, they're biased, whatever. Let's take John Roberts' word. We talked to John Roberts. He said 8:45. He had a 2-year-old baby. He helped him go across the street. He planned on the next day to go shoot hoops. Did you know that? He was going to go play basketball with Ed, and Ed was going to swat his shit. And then he helped walk the baby across the street. So in that state of mind, that presence of mind, he's going to go kill somebody. Why would he do it then? Why would he do it with his dad on the porch? Why would he do it with his grandfather home, with his mother home? Why would he do it with everybody there outside time? Why would he do it right there? And why would he keep stabbing her? His presence of mind that he was fine. Her presence of mind, she was on Janet's. She was outside with Gina. Janet was outside with Gina saying she was scared. Her presence of mind, she was paranoid. Her presence of mind that someone put kitty litter in the fucking basement and hung it up. Oh, by the way, Adi Ortiz admitted to us on this show, transcript, whatever, on video, save, whatever, delete, copy, paste, whatever your vice might be, screenshot, send it to Turtle Boy. I don't give a fuck. Whatever your vice might be, rub it on your chest. He said, yeah, I was there for that. I was there for that. That happened. That happened. Someone did hang up kitty litter. Someone did pull that trick on her. So, Adi, you didn't think that was weird? Adi, you didn't want to get down to the bottom of it? You're the man of the house. Paul's gone. Was it Paul? Did you ask Paul? That wasn't sick to you? Shit hanging from the basement? Wasn't you living down the fucking basement? Didn't you keep your weed down there? 3 for 10? Danny, 3 for 10. Were they pinners? Or were they fatties, kid? Were they fatties? Did he roll up fatties? 3 for 10? You tell me. You still rolling up fatties right now. You just came back from Amsterdam, Adi, the third party. You still stuck in that space and time, huh? You still smoking that fucking weed? You still think it's cool? Look at me. I could roll up a joint. Is that still your claim to fame? Yo, let's meet up and smoke. I got a grinder. Let's smoke. I got the good shit. You still on that shit? How many pull-ups can you do, Adi? When's the last time you did a pull-up? Keep smoking that shit, Adi. The third party. Adi! You all caught up, Adi? You went to Amsterdam. You have fun? You planning on to go somewhere? You planning on to get... Did you put your first month down, your last month down? How did they do the rent out there? You planning on moving, Adi? Huh, Adi? You went to the parole hearing. You were hanging around, looking through the windows and being all weird. Why you care, Adi? Why you care what happens to him? You got a domestic on your wife. She took you away from your kids. And if you didn't do what she said you did, why the fuck would you even care about Carol? No disrespect. Once a chick calls the cops and she lies on you, fuck that chick. Part of my language, people. Right? So why do you care so much about Janet? That's her sister. I'm just saying. It's been 30 years. Why are you going to his parole hearing? Why do you care? Oh, you still feel mad about what they said? You still upset they blamed you? Nobody knows about that shit. That was 30 years ago. You still holding a vendetta against that? You still trying to clear your name? What? Because of a book? I didn't even know. Why do you care? You got the truth on your side. Take a lie detector test. Take a DNA test. Shut these people down, Adi. Adi, shut them down. Big Ed, he's sticking up for his murderous son? Trisha, they're fucking mental. If he did this shit and they really sticking up for this dude, man, shut these people down. You got the platforms. You were on True Crime Garage. That's one of the biggest platforms you could be on. You was on the J.F.K. show. We do all right over here. We got long game and shut them down, but you don't want to shut them down. You want to throw narratives out there and want me to eat them, but we don't eat that shit. Before we eat, we pick through our food. We make sure we know what we're eating. We make sure the dyes are out of it. We make sure all the fat's cut out. We count our calories over here. You ain't gonna fill us up with some bullshit. You're not gonna hit us with filler. What about the dog, Adi? Huh? We got Kevy Kev. We got Jay Brill. He'll call you up all night long. Jay Brill will pull up. He'll tow your car. He don't give a fuck. You shouldn't have parked there. You can't park there. God damn, Jay Brill. Truth will set you free, Adi. Unforgettable goals, Adi the liar. How can we help support you, Jay and Kev? How can we support you to keep being here? Mandolin, you're one of the greats. Appreciate that. They are no longer kids. The grown-ups now talk, for sure. Thank you. I'm just saying, Adi. You know? Come on, Adi. Think about it, bro. You had it. You could turn this all around, can't you, Adi? I love the JFK solo rant. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. This is my ASMR version of JFK mornings and afternoons. We have fun. Sure. One JFK membership. Wow. Thank you so much, Shannon. Appreciate that. Just a Zen moment. Just thinking. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. We ain't lost. We right here. We fine. Appreciate it. We are fine. Mic check to the gods. We are here. I'm looking at the chat. I'm watching you guys go. I had to take a breather. That's all. Your man JFK's here. We are live. 1246 on the dial. It's just a lot to think, man. Adi. It's just a lot to think of, my brother. It really is. It's a lot to think about, my dude. It's a lot to think about. I've been back, Kelsey. I never went anywhere. I just muted up and looked at the chat. I never went anywhere. I've been talking for over an hour. I let the mic breathe. That's all. I don't care who you send this to, Adi. I don't care. The fact is, on this panel, you said, to this panel, you said that the cat shit really happened. You admitted that that happened. Strange things was happening, which corroborates that she was scared. It corroborates that she was nervous, corroborates that she didn't know what was going on and who was playing these tricks on her. This wasn't no tricks where it's like, you know, someone hiding their car keys or something. You know, I don't know if that even makes sense. But the point is, it wasn't no funny shit, like meaning like harmless. This was something to really get her thinking, like, hey, I'm coming for you type tricks. Like, you know, Final Destination type shit. You know what I mean? Like scary shit. Like the Reaper is coming. And you were there for it. And you never figured out who it was. And let me ask you this. That never struck a chord with you? You never went to find out who did it? Did you go to Ryan? Did you go to Paul? Carrie Ann? Who did this? Who did that? So it corroborates that happened, right? You corroborated that. Yeah, that really happened. So she said this to Gina. She said this to Mary. She said it to everybody, all her friends, Virginia Reckley. She said these things, right? I mean, I could get the list of the people she said it to. They all corroborated she said that. And on top of that, she also said, Adi, she also said that you found the book that was on her table and you brought it to her at Harvard Healthcare. And she doesn't know how you got it. And when she asked you how you got it, you said you found it in a parking lot. And they also said, in the same breath she talked about the cat shit, they also said that she was afraid of you. So let me get this straight. Your story adds up with their story, but the part with her being afraid of you is a lie. But everything else that has nothing to do with you is not a lie. So the cat story is true, but everything else is not true. And you, Adi, that's where you fucked up, because you should have just never said that was true. You should have never said that was true. You should have said, I don't know anything about cat shit. I don't know a fucking thing about it. You corroborated that things were happening. People were putting windshield wiper fluid in cologne. What was it? Cologne or something? Perfume in her cereal or something? What was it? You corroborated all these things happen. But the one thing you don't corroborate is she thinks that it was you. And did she ever express it to you? So when this was happening, why wouldn't she ever express it to you and say, hey, Adi, are you playing fucking games with me? She never expressed that to you. Why wouldn't she express it to you? Why? Why not? Did she express it to her kids? Paul, if she expressed it to you, Ryan, Carrie Ann, Aaron, if she ever fucking expressed that to you and you guys are not mentioning that shit or speaking on that and just coming clean about that, then that's a fucking problem. That's a problem. That's a secret. Why you want Eddie to be the killer for? For what reason? What makes a difference who killed your mother? Whether it was Eddie or it was Adi, it shouldn't make a difference. The fact is, she's not here anymore. The fact is, whoever did it needs to be in jail. The fact is that your mother needs justice if it wasn't Eddie. That's the fact. Why does it got to be Eddie? Why? Because the way it went down, the way it divided the neighborhood, the way you guys relied on the family, the way your family was broken apart, and the way is that what happened? Eddie's got the mother. Eddie's got a brand new baby sister, 2 months old. He's got a 2-year-old. He's got the grandfather in the house. Big Ed's a nice guy. I mean, shit, Big Ed's a nice guy to me. All these great things, right? All these beautiful things. Beautiful things, right? Bam. Is that the reason why you just didn't like the way they handled it? Maybe they didn't handle it right. Maybe to you guys, to your lens, that they didn't handle it right. Is that what it is? They didn't handle it right. You didn't like the way right off the bat they defended their son, and they somehow or another you think that they lost your mother and all this. Maybe that's true, because you could see that happening, right? I could see that happening. But at that point, what do you mean? I'm not losing my son. It's kill or be killed. It's sink or swim, right? That's the way this shit goes. Is that what happened? Do they know things about your family that, now that Janet's gone, you feel like they're judging you? Was your house more active than usual? I don't know. Was that an active house? Meaning, did people come over? Did people hang out? Was there any traffic? I don't know. It's the 90s. You tell me. You tell me. Damn. We got 5 J.F.K. memberships. I love it. We got all green in the chat. If you're all green,
Static selector.
Yeah, we all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history on. We all reppin' for Boston, man. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history on.
that make it even worse? Would it make it even worse if it was Adi? Because the family's already messed up, right? Paul, he's going down the wrong slope. He's messing around with older guys. Ryan, maybe he's doing the right thing. Your sister, Carrie Ann, she already had a baby at 18, right? Like, Paul's gone, your dad. He was a loose cannon. And now if you put Adi as the culprit, it's going to break up your family even more. And how dare they do that? How dare they think my family's messed up? Is that the train of thought? Is that why it has to be this way? Is that the train of thought? And I get it. You don't believe the story. I totally get it. I totally get you don't believe the story, the knife, the cut, the whole shit. I totally get it. The natural born killers. Maybe we need to go watch that movie and see what that movie's about. Really watch that and see if there's anything that remotely is something that could happen to Janet, because that's how they worded it, right? I mean, I don't know. I understand how you guys can definitely think that it was him. But the fact is, there was a lot of things, the presence of mind that your mother was going through at that time. Your mother said she was afraid of Adi. Adi admits it. Adi was there. Everything. Why is Adi there? Was Adi always there? Adi didn't live there anymore, right? So what was he doing there? What was he doing looking for a key? And why did he say about a kitty litter box, then lie about a kitty litter box and a kitten 4 hours later, to lie to say dog food, to go back to just a kitty litter box, to go back to say it wasn't that day, it was the next day on a murder scene? And he went there to see how the investigation was going. Why are we not talking about that? Why? What does he know? And what's he doing lurking around And maybe he's not guilty of the crime, but is he guilty of fucking with your mother? Was he guilty of hanging around your mother's house? Was he guilty about stashing drugs there? What is he guilty of? Why don't you guys come clean and tell us his guilt? Why does he always want to come out clean? And why did Mark Brew go down to Midnight Convenient? And when he's down there, don't confront Eddie right then and there. Yo, why'd you jump out the bushes like a madman? Who cut you? What happened? The police are right there. Eddie, tell the police what happened. We seen you in the bushes. He was so concerned. But nah, the police took his name. The police showed up at his house. The police wants to know, what were you doing at Midnight Convenience, Marco? Did you have anything to do with that cut on Eddie's hand? Were you guys in that house? Yeah, I was there. I knocked on the door. Yeah, you killed it, didn't you? I didn't do it. I seen someone come out the bushes. Who was it? It was Eddie, right? Yeah, it was Eddie. Is that what happened? They forced you? They forced you? Your mother said you need to tell them what they want to hear? Son, you don't want to go down for this. That fucking Janet's no good. Was she one of those? Was she one of those? You're always hanging over there? Was your mother strict? She didn't let anybody in the house? Marco, did your mother let anybody in the house? Did your mother let your friends run around your house? Janet let everybody run around her house. Did she pass judgment on Janet? Is that one of these fucking things? Is that one of these generational things that happened? We pass judgment. The police come in and they set it up the way they want to set it up. But guess what? Them police don't give a fuck. Them police ain't in the neighborhood. Them police don't hang out. Them police are not at the Thanksgiving. Them police are not celebrating Christmas with you guys. Them police are not in the crew. They're not in the clique. But they come in and they pass judgment, right? They buddy up. You're not like them people, Baco. You're not like Janet. You're not like the Downans. Do the right thing. Is that what it is? They try to separate everybody. That's what they do. Divide, conquer. Riley in the mix. CPAC unit in the mix. The setup's going down. Juvenile justice, the 90s. All these different things, right? You got to think about that. There's inconsistencies with Eddie for sure. But Eddie, when asked, we seen him in the bushes, he said, no, if he's that diabolical, ask yourself this, Aaron. Ask yourself this, Paul. Where's the murder weapon? How did he get rid of that murder weapon from there? I want to know what he did with it. And it was just the blade. And if he came running out the house like Marco said, I think that blade would have stuck him in the leg. You don't think? You don't think he might have dropped that blade? You don't think it would have poked him somehow? What'd he do just with a single blade? And the blade would have to be 7 inches because that's what killed your mother, a 7-inch blade. You're talking about 7 inches. That's a pretty big fucking blade. Disclaimer. God damn.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will?
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Will?
Did you kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
Do you think Eddie's guilty or not guilty?
I think he's not guilty.
Ooh.
I do.
Kelsey Fitzsimmons gets shot by her partner. Francis Gigalotti gets killed right in front of our face. I can't breathe. Help! Help! Marquis Simmons tells the police who killed him. They put him in jail. They let him out of jail on a $10,000 bail behind the fuckery of Lally and Michael Proctor in the Karen Reed case. His family won't get justice. R.I.P. Marquis Simmons. R.I.P. Francis Gigalotti. Now comes Jacoby. Is that his name? It's Jacoby, I think, right? Let me make sure. Jacoby Kenny, 32 years old. He had mental health issues. He was in South Bay House of Correction for the last almost year, since February. In July, he went to Bridgewater. The cloth. We talked about the cloth. We talked about the fabric of the South Bay House of Correction all the way to Deer Island, when it was known to everybody as the island, Deer Island. Back then, when it was on the island of Winthrop. And they escaped and they beat people up. And then when they opened up South Bay and Astor Street, it is known, the fabric, the cloth. If you fuck around, you will find out. You will get beat up. It's a rough, tough place. He was in there losing his mind. Allegedly, he had a CO. Not the smartest thing to do. He was going to go do time for that. He was going to end up doing state time for hitting a cop, for sure. But the eyewitness says that.
Keep your eyes open.
So then the policeman started chasing him around the unit, and he couldn't catch him. He was zigzagging. So then 2 other police officers joined, and the 3 tackled him. But they couldn't hold him back either. So there was like 3 of them. He was breaking free from. So 4 more jumped on him, and they just fucking beat him to death right in front of my cell. What? I saw the whole fucking thing. Just fucking strangled him to death.
He's seen the whole fucking thing. They strangled him to death right in front of his cell. Jacoby Kenny, welcome to Massachusetts. And now we have the topic. Eddie O'Brien, 30 years later, Marco. Would you believe it, Marco? This shit is still going on in the course in the Massachusetts sign that's holding it all down, holding it down for justice. Who we hold down got found not guilty. Still fighting it for public perception because, look, you see in the McAlberts, they put a fundraiser up, and that fundraiser raised a lot of money because a lot of people think Karen Reed killed John O'Keefe and got away. Yeah, she got found not guilty. Beautiful. But that did not exonerate her. That did not exonerate her. Until they arrest them people, she will not be exonerated. She will still be known as the one who killed Officer John O'Keefe. Just because some people freak out and read here, we think, who cares? She didn't do it. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of people who think she did do it. Just like there's a lot of people who think Eddie did it. And that's the reason why we're so important. Everybody's important. Kelsey Fitzsimmons, all of us are important to fight these cases. Francis Gigalotti, our boy Jigga, Marquis Simmons, keep his name alive because they're just, what people are doing is they're doing the Miles King. They're playing the Miles King case because they want to see Scapiccio be so great at what she does. Okay, we get it. She's great. And she's getting him off. He's out on a $10,000 bail, Miles King, Mizzy Cash. But who gets lost in this? A victim's family. The Commonwealth is rigid. It's raunchy. They'll either You'll either be a victim of a crime or you'll be the victim. You know what I'm saying? Did I say that right? I don't think I said that right, but whatever. Moving on. Point is, it's going to affect you one way or another. And Marquis Simmons, this is the perfect example of him. Because Miles King, on the other hand, we're all watching Lally, put him on the stand, Proctor, fuck him, ha, ha, ha. Okay. But Marquis Simmons, out of his mouth, was Miles King shot me. We're not going to take his word on his deathbed? Going to the hospital? I get it. Scapiccio. She's beautiful. She kills it. She's so good at what she does. I get it. But you got to understand, she's a lawyer. She got a stomach for this. And in her mind, she wants the wins. And let's parallel that to Riley. It's the same frame of thinking. See, Riley was the DA, but he was thinking like Scapiccio. Scapiccio knows Miles King did it. Her conscience is not to feel for that situation that Miles King killed Marquis. She's actually defending a murder. Her conscience is that the Commonwealth is so corrupt and so fucked up, and I'm going to expose that. This is a bigger problem. If we got to get Miles King out to make them look stupid even more, that's what we're going to do. Because if we could get Miles King out, we can get other people off that probably didn't do the crimes. And that's her outlook. But who suffers? The family suffers. And I get it. If Miles King can get out, Scapiccio, if you could get us corruption some more, somehow or another down the line, go ahead. But that doesn't mean the family's not going to suffer. So the mindset is to win. The mindset is to win. Riley's mindset was to win at any means necessary, not care about the family's feelings, just to win. And the family feelings that he didn't care about was when he looked at the O'Keefes in the face, when he looked at the O'Briens in the face, Trisha and Big Ed, like whatever, we'll put your son down. I need to do this for my career. We're going to win this case. You guys ain't going to beat me. I don't want to hear the inconsistencies. He's got a knife wound. He did this, juvenile law, that's it. Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Francis Gigalotti, still no answers on Jigger, still no answers. Mike check to the guard, still no answers. And if there's no answers on Jigger, and we see what happened to him right in front of our face, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, we couldn't see what happened because they don't have body cams, just like they didn't have body cams with Francis Gigalotti. In the same county, Essex County, same DA, Kelsey, postpartum, in jail, mental health, baby gone. Whole shit. How does she recover? Was a police officer. How does she come back from that? She's going to be known for the rest of her life as the girl who got shot in her chest by another cop, right? Got a baby taken away who once was a cop who went to jail. That's the story. How do you come back from that? Move away. You grow. You do this. I get all that. How do you deal with the trauma? She's in jail right now playing spades. She used to be a god in jail. She used to guard the inmates. Now she's being guarded. Figure that one out. New mother. How does she trust again? How does that happen? How does she get through this? I don't know. How does Karen get through it? I don't know. Francis is gone. He doesn't even have a chance to get through it. He's gone. He's not coming back. Period. Marquis Simmons, before he died, he told him, Miles King shot me. Go get that man. And then he passed away. Jacoby, jail got to him, man. The streets got to him. 32 years old. He was living wrong. He picked up all these cases. I don't know. Assault and battery. Maybe he was innocent. Doesn't matter now. He's dead. We'll never know the case. We'll never know. As of right now, he's innocent. He died an innocent man. Maybe that's what he wanted. I don't know. He crashed out. Cops killed him. We're never going to see what happened. Will we see what happened? Maybe. I doubt it, though. They gave him Narcan and all that, trying to wake him up. Thinking that it might have been some type of drugs, but it wasn't. They killed him. right in front of the inmates. You heard the inmate. You think that inmate's lying? They strangled him right in front of me. Why has he got to lie? Why? Oh, because he's in jail? He's lying? And does he deserve to die, right? Jacoby goes right underneath the rug. He was in jail already. Fuck it. He's dead. But you know who suffers? His family. Getting the call. Sorry to inform you, Jacoby's dead. What happened? And did he even do the crime that they said he did? He was not guilty, right? Before being proven guilty. And then, here comes 30 years later. 30 fucking years he's been sitting in jail. Did he do it? All the while, there's a guy named Adi defending himself, talking about kitty litter boxes, dog food, and car keys. Jumping in chats, reading everything we got to say. But he's innocent. He did nothing wrong. I don't know. Welcome to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. For sure. Sorry, Norman, for your loss. Yeah, man. People, ladies and gentlemen. It was the summer of 95. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you later. Next flight. Peace and love, y'all.
Yo. Summer of 1995, hot night in July. Why did Janet have to die? This is the story of Eddie, Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The system is petty, juvenile law and politics so deadly. 15 years old, known as Big Lovable Teddy. Janet Downing, 42 years old, what's the motive? Killed in her home, young mother devoted. Eddie went in the house, the door was open. She was on the kitchen floor, laying there frozen. Eddie claims this was not what he planned to see. A man with a mask grabbed him. Be quiet. I will kill your whole family. Eddie left the house, ran up the street. Around the corner, washed up in the bathroom at Burger King. Janet was stabbed multiple times. Rest in peace. It was a gruesome murder scene. I agree. Eddie went to his work, said he got jumped, but never said a thing. What? About Janet lying there lifeless. His friend's mother from across the street. Shh. He was in the house. But Janet had a brother-in-law she kicked out for selling drugs. Said if anything ever happened to her, it's him you bring up. The night of the murder he showed up, was acting suspicious in the front yard. Gina in Virginia says he was looking for his keys. It was humid and muggy, but we were showered and neat. He was a cab driver looking for his key. Looking for a key to one of the cabs in the fleet. Yes. How did he know something happened on that street? Eddie says he is innocent, and the cab driver did it.
Who do you believe?
Believe.
DNA under Janet's fingernail, unidentified. Who do you believe?
Come on, come on.
This is the story of Eddie, 15 years old.
Life in prison.
This is the story of Janet, life taken and stolen.
For no reason.
It was the summer.
July 1995.
Do you all remember?
30 years ago, why she have to die?
15 years old, locked in. In a cage of murder that he always denied.
Let's go. Summer of 95. Life goes by. Welcome to the stream. Long gamers. Peace and love.
What I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
think Eddie's guilty or not guilty?
I think he's not guilty.
Ooh.
I do.